I want to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it before you answer. And if you need to, wait until after this video and really sit down with like a journal or a piece of paper and just kind of write down your thoughts. When was the last time you did something just for you? Not for your kids, not for your husband, not for your job, not for anyone else in your life who needed something from you. Just for you. If you had to think about it for more than a few seconds, this video is for you, because I was the same way and I really did have to think about it. My name's Jill, and I help women over 50 who are in a new phase of life and have somehow lost themselves along the way rebuild their confidence. I help them love looking in the mirror again and start something for themselves, even when they think it's too late, so they can become the woman they were always meant to be in 2026. And today I want to talk to you about something that I believe with everything in me. Your best chapter is not behind you. It is ahead of you, and you are going strong. And I'm going to spend the next few minutes showing you exactly why and exactly how. So stay with me, because the end of this video might be the moment everything changes for you. So let me start with something that makes me a little fired up. There is this story that our culture tells women over 50. It goes something like this, and tell me if you've heard it before. You had your time, you built your family, you have your career, you did your thing, and now it's time to slow down. Step back, make room for the next generation, and maybe you've heard that story so many times that you started to believe it. Maybe you started to shrink yourself a little bit. Stop dreaming so loud. Stop wanting so much. Stop taking up space because everybody else was telling you it was crazy. But I'm here to tell you that story is an absolute lie. Not a little white lie, a big, bold, culturally enforced lie that has kept some of the most capable, most experienced, most powerful women on the planet sitting on the sidelines of their own lives. And I'm done with it, because here's what I know to be true. The woman you are right now, with everything you have lived through, everything you've built, everything you've survived, she is not past her prime. She is just getting started. Isn't that empowering? The question is, are you ready to act like it and take it on? Because honestly, it's a whole different ballgame. Now, I know that some of you watching this are in a transition right now. Maybe the kids have grown up and left. Maybe a long marriage ended. Maybe a career you gave decades to is wrapping up or already gone. Maybe you woke up one morning and looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, who is that? Guys, I see you. And I want to say something that I really, really, really need you to hear. That feeling of being lost, that sense of not quite knowing who you are outside of all the roles you've been playing, mother, sister, employee, friend, daughter, whatever, that is not a sign that something is wrong with you. That is the feeling of a woman standing at the beginning of something. Because here's the truth about transitioning. They don't just take things away. They also clear the runway. And for the first time in maybe a long time, that runway for you is clear. You don't have to build around everyone else's schedule, everybody else's needs, everybody else's dreams. You get to ask, maybe for the first time in years, what in the name of God do I actually want? And that question, that is not selfish. That is the bravest thing a woman can ask. And I'm going to bet that you probably haven't asked that a lot, if at all. So let me tell you what I did 8 years ago when I found myself at that crossroads. I started a business. And before you click away, hear me out, because I know what some of you are thinking right now. I thought the same thing. I'm too old for this. I don't know enough. I missed my window. That's for the younger people. That's for women who are more tech savvy, more connected, more on social media, more of whatever. I said every single one of those things to myself, and then I asked myself one question that changed everything for me. What if I'm wrong? What if the thing I think disqualifies me or is holding me back, like my age, my season of life, my so-called starting over, is actually what makes me perfect for this? Here is what I've learned. Women over 50 are not behind in any way. Women over 50 are built for this. You know how to talk to people. Really talk to them. Not perform for them. Actually connect with them. You know how to show up when things are hard. You've done it 100 times. You have credibility that no 20-something can buy. You have lived through stuff. You have gone through stuff that other people have not. And people trust that because you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from the most powerful place a businesswoman can start from. You are starting from wisdom. And that is so important to understand. You know a lot, even though you may not have the experience of the skills behind it. So let me pull back the curtain and tell you exactly what this business looks like for you. Because I think one of the reasons so many women talk themselves out of this before they even start is that they don't actually understand what it is. They have a vague idea, a few assumptions, and believe me, a lot of fears. So here it is, plain and simple. Monat is a direct sales company with premium hair and skincare products. As a market partner, that's what we're called, you share these products with people. You build a customer base and you have the opportunity to build a team of other like-minded women doing the same thing. Now, if that's not your jam, that's okay. You can just share the products and still earn on your customer sales. That's it. You can also earn on the team's activity if you want. And the more you build, the more it grows. Listen, no office, no commute, no dress code, as you can see, no one asking for a raise. You work from your phone, from your kitchen table, from wherever life has you right now. I do some of my best work in my car. And the thing that makes this business uniquely powerful for women over 50 is this. Your story is your marketing. You don't need a fancy website. You don't need a massive following. You don't need to be an influencer or a tech wizard. You need to be real. You need to be consistent. And you need to be willing to talk to people. That is the business. And I promise you, you already know how to do all of that. And the things that you don't know how to do, I will show you. Because honestly, I'm a nurse. Business was not my thing. I like to take care of people. But I am taking care of people in a totally different way. Now, let me talk to you about what's possible with this. And I'm going to do this carefully because I believe in being honest. I can't tell you what you're going to earn. Your results will depend entirely on your effort, your consistency, and your commitment. What I can tell you is what I've seen happen on our teams. I have seen women who started with zero business experience build real income streams that have changed their lives. I have seen women who have pretty much been in the negative in their bank accounts and are now living the life of their dreams. Listen, some are not lottery winning money, but real, meaningful, this changes my options money. I have seen women go from feeling invisible and purposeless to waking up every single morning with a reason to show up and to get up. I have seen women who I don't know, who said, I don't know anyone. I'm not good at sales. I'm too old for social media. Completely transform what they believed was possible for themselves. And here's the thing that gets me the most. It's never really about the money. The money is amazing. The money matters. But what I see over and over again in the women who succeed at that is that the real transformation is internal. They stopped waiting for someone to give them permission to be great. They stopped believing the story that their best days were behind them. They realized that they don't need to rely on somebody else to give them a raise, and one that probably either isn't coming at all or is peanuts. Listen, they bet on themselves, maybe for the first time ever, and discovered that they were absolutely worth betting on. That is what this business can do. And that honestly is why I stick around, and I've been with them for 8 years. Not just for the bank account, but for the identity and the personal growth, for the confidence, for the way you look at yourself in the mirror every single morning. And not to mention, you get the best hair of your life and skin of your life. So let me tell you who thrives in this business. She's not the loudest woman in the room. She's not the most polished. She's not the most experienced. And she is not the one who has business experience. She is the woman who decides. She decides she is done waiting. She's done shrinking. She's done depending on somebody else for her income. She's done putting herself last on her own list. She's consistent even when it's uncomfortable. She shows up even when nobody is watching it. She believes in what she's building before anyone else can see it. She is the woman who, when every voice in her head says that it's too hard or it's too late or who do you think you are, she takes one more step anyway. Does that sound like you? Because that woman, she is unstoppable in this business. And I want to build something with her. And you know, I said that business people are not the best for this, which is true, but business people have done amazing in this business as well. So let me make the next step incredibly simple, because I know that the gap between inspired and actually doing something can feel enormous. And I don't want that gap to swallow you up whole. Here is all I'm asking you to do right now, today. Comment start below this video. That's it. That's the whole step. Sound simple enough? When you do that, I will reach out to you personally. We'll have a real conversation. No script, no pressure, no weird sales energy. Just two women talking about where you are, what you're looking for, and whether this makes sense for your life right now. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Either way, you walk away with more clarity than you have right now. And if you decide to move forward with this, you won't be alone. You have a team behind you. You have social media behind you. You have me. You'll have a community of women who are exactly where you are right now, unsure, a little scared, wondering if it was too late, and chose to take that step anyway. One step is all it takes. That's all it takes to start. And I'm telling you, sitting back is not going to change things for you. So I want to leave you with this. I believe that the woman who is watching this video, the woman over 50 who is in the middle of a transition, who is wondering what comes next, who is quietly hoping that there is still something great ahead of them, they and you are some of the most extraordinary women alive right now. I believe you have more to offer than you have ever been given credit for. And I believe that 2026, right now, this year, is not too late for you. It is your time to shine. It's your time to say yes. It is your time to do something for yourself. Not someday, not when the kids are settled, not when things calm down, not when you feel more ready. Now. Because here's what I know about women like you. You don't need perfect conditions. You never have. You have built beautiful things in the middle of chaos your entire life. And honestly, the way the world is going right now, there is a lot of chaos in a lot of people's lives. And you just need one reason to believe it's worth trying again. Let me be that reason for you. Listen, I help women over 50 who are in a new phase of life and have somehow lost themselves along the way rebuild their confidence through this vehicle. I help them love looking in the mirror again and start seeing something for themselves, even when they think it's too late, so they can become the woman they always were meant to be in 2026. And that woman is you. Comment start below and let's talk. Your best chapter is not behind you. It is right here. It starts now.